Today's video is called From Slab to Slice. We're gonna take a pork belly, we're gonna trim it out of this pig. We're gonna go all the way through how to trim it, our commercial smoking, well, actually back up a little bit, the brining, the smoking, and then the slicing. So today you get to see from slab to slice. We're just gonna prep this to get this belly pulled out of here. First thing we're gonna do is take the ham off. Once we get the ham off here, now we can go for the belly. Get it up on our bandsaw. Take the shoulder off. Now we're going to separate the loin from that fresh side. And this is where I'm going to hand it off to Scott, and he's going to do the next step. All right, so spare rib is still attached, and we just need to take our spare rib off of here. We want a nice thick belly. While everybody loves thick spare ribs, nice thick piece of bacon is also pretty fantastic. There's the rib. Now we got our slab like so. Just gonna square it up. Make sure we don't have any little bone in the end there. Beautiful slab of pork side to make some bacon. Now we put it into our brine, which this brine is just basically the commercial version of our just plain vanilla brine that we have the video on for you to do it at home. Sea salt, celery juice powder, which my barrel's not dirty, it's just stained from the celery juice powder. It's gonna soak in here. This is slabs, I didn't weigh it, but it's roughly 10 pounds, I would assume. And it'll soak in here for about 7-8 days, and then into the smokehouse. It's been 11 days. It's Monday morning. It's time to get these bellies into the EnviroPack Martini 280 smokehouse. We're gonna put these in here and they're gonna sit, smoke over real hickory wood chips, probably about 5.5 to 6 hours. So first step that we're gonna do is we're just gonna get them hung. So what you wanna do is we take our pronged bacon hook, and we go right at the top of that belly. Get our smoke stick on our cart, and we just go down through, and we grab each belly like this. You can see that celery juice powder on there in that brine. That's the reason for the color of the slab. And we just grab each one, hang it on here, and let it drip for a little bit. Now that the bellies are hung, we just pop our whole truck right into the oven. Give it a push. We don't want any of these slabs to be touching each other while they're smoking, because then you'll get discoloration from your smoke. Now all the bellies are hung. We're going to probe them. We're going to probe them in the thickest portion of the biggest belly, which is usually right at the top where we hooked them. So get them probed. Let's get them sealed up. We're going to go into our schedule, pull up smoked bacon, run cook schedule, and off she goes. Right now those bellies are at 37 degrees coming out of that brine. We're going to take them up to about 153 degrees. We're going to hold them there. So keep in mind that these are going to be fully cooked when they come out of here and go into our cooler. And I want to show you this over here. We use a real hickory wood chip, and we fill our smoke generator with our real hickory wood chips. And those wood chips, they auger down onto what's called a hot plate down here. So those chips are all going to fall onto this hot plate, and then that's what creates the, that's just leftover ash, but creates the smoke that is going to smoke these bellies. So hickory wood smoke into our Martini 280 EnviroPack smokehouse. We're expecting about 5.5 to 6 hours. This schedule, it's built in to the MP2500 controller. This electronic controller is all computerized. We can go down to the minute throughout this, the stages of this cook. So per USDA, we can cook pretty much, you know, whenever we want, because we can go back through and look at our schedules and see a graph to make sure everything met temp like it's supposed to. So when these are done, the buzzer's going to go off, and then from there, we're going to get them into the cooler. So check back. We're down to the last minute. So we're about 6 hours in, almost, just a little over 6 hours. We're in stage number 5. So this stair steps through the different stages as it's smoking. It's going to click off here in just a little bit. And then we'll go in, we'll check our schedule to make sure we met all the temperature requirements. We're going to sign off on it, and then we're going to get these out and we're going to put them in the cooler and let the chill process start. So the oven's shut off. Now what I want to do is I want to go into the data logger. I want to open up the history file, pull up the smoked bacon. So smoked bacon, and we can look at the different probes. So we have humidity, core probe, and temp. And you can see how it's, the temp is the red one, how it stair steps up, and the yellow one is the core probe. I can go in here and I can do averages report, and I can see that a core probe temp, a finished core probe temp of 154.5 max value is what we met. So that means that that product is fully cooked. It met temp. And now what I can do is I can come in here, I pull up the file, we open it, and we do add signature. So let's go ahead and sign off on this. Now, that's finished. Let's pop open the door and see what we've got. This is always the best part, because the smell of bacon and hickory smoke just comes blasting out of here and hits you in the face. Ready for it?
Ready.
Woo! Look at those beauties. So we get our temperature probe out, and let's pull these out of here. Get them set down on the floor. And let's take a peek. Let's just take one off the cart and have a little look. So there you have the hickory smoked bacon. I'm gonna get these into the cooler, and then the next time you guys see me, we're gonna be right here on the slicer. We're gonna get them sliced up, and we're gonna get them into a package. But in the meantime, they're going in the cooler. We're gonna get them probed. We're going to monitor the chill down. We're going to record that through the whole process. We're going to have some bacon. All right, for us, grilling season's 24/7, 365. But it's a lot more fun in the summer. Grilling accessories make the job so much more fun. In addition to the spices and sauce, we have Bearded Butcher butcher paper. Great for wrapping briskets, pork butts, pull them through the stall. It's also got many other uses, like a nice prep surface. You can roll it out, prep or season on top of it, throw it away. Gloves that are rated to over 1400 degrees, because you're gonna have a hot fire somewhere. You throw the gloves on, they make it just a lot nicer. Not gonna burn yourself. Thermometer. I use this thermometer not only to make sure I'm reaching a safe temperature, or more importantly, not overcooking my food, but also if I'm even reheating foods, I wanna know if they're warm enough in the center. I use that thermometer all over the place. Fire starters to get your grill lit. Nylon bristled grill brush. Bearded Butcher flipper. These items are obviously awesome all year round. Make great gift items for Mother's Day, Father's Day. So make sure you come see the Bearded Butchers for not only your spices and sauce, but all your grilling accessories as well. You've seen the process of what it takes to get the pork belly to this point. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get it on our Burkle 180 GS slicer. This thing's been around here for years. It's like a dinosaur of meat slicers, but she just works flawlessly. We love this machine. So this belly is hickory smoked, went into the EnviroPack 280 like you saw. Next step, all we have to do in this process of slab to slice is get it on the bacon slicer, and let's get it sliced. First thing we do is we just remove our meat hook. And this is why it's important that we show you when we trim these bellies. You may think that we're wasting. That product's going into sausage, so we're not wasting. But we want this to fit into this channel on our slicer. And if it's too wide and too long, we won't be able to achieve that. And also, just remember that when you're siding your pig, when you're skinning it, you don't want to put big knife gouges and grooves in it, because that's going to affect the way your overall bacon slice looks as well. It'll have big slices in it. So you want a nice smooth exterior on this slab so that you have a nice finished slice. Also, the hide has been removed, so you may see a skin on slab. This is skinless because we did remove the hide on the kill floor. So all we do is we get it set in our channel here. We've got some teeth on our bacon slicer. We go ahead and crimp it down. That's what holds it in place. And we just move this forwards right until it almost touches the blade. You can see right there. And then we have our 4 fingers that we can notch down, and this holds it in place, because what you want to do is you want that slab to be nice and stable going through that slice, so you get nice even slices. So once we have the slab set in here, we have our thickness set. We do kind of an old-fashioned slice around here. It's a little bit thicker slice. It's not your commercial, real paper-thin bacon. That's not really our liking. It's more of an old-fashioned thick slice bacon. That's what we like. So let's flip the switch on this Burkle 180. It's got a conveyor belt on it, so you can see it'll slowly shingle out the slices. And this piece right here has little tiny teeth on it that hold each slice as it's coming down onto our platform, so it doesn't just fall. And you can see those beautiful bacon slice shingles going out onto that conveyor. And what we'll do is we'll grab these in about 1 pound chunks, and then we'll run them through our packaging machine, which you'll see here in a little bit. There's the whole pork belly all laid out on the conveyor. And you can see just these awesome slices. Cured with the celery powder and sea salt like you saw. Beautiful, no cure spots or anything there. Nice balance of meat and fat. Not too much fat, but fat's flavor, especially in bacon. So let's get that tucked back in there. And there's our entire slab of hickory smoked pork belly ready to go in the packaging machine. We also, now what we do is we have this little tiny chunk left over, and this makes the perfect little cubes to add into some beans, or some bean soup, or just to add flavor into whatever you're cooking. Maybe you want to fry it up and add it to a salad or whatever you prefer. So that's the only little pile of scraps that we had off that whole belly. So that's why we square those up like we do during the first process that you saw. So I would like to mention that when we run this in our EnviroPack 280, this product is fully cooked. So we take this up to a temperature of about 154 and we hold it there. So we obviously, you can put this in your frying pan and finish crisping it up, but this product is fully cooked, so you can just eat it right off the table, and it's delicious. My job's complete. Look at that. Beautifully sliced bacon. Now, I'm handing this over to Scott, and he's taking over on the VC 999. So, professional packaging is definitely what separates the, the amateurs from the professionals. If I were sliding these into the individual pouches like we used to do for the vacuum chamber vac, they would get all messed up. But with a thermoforming packaging machine like this one, it forms the tray right in front of me, and literally just about anybody can do it, especially if I can. So kind of sounds a little bit like something from Willy Wonka's factory, but these things are not to be intimidated by. They just allow you to have ridiculously professional packages that just about anybody can do. Bring home the bacon. Felt like he was getting ready to say something. Right back to where it all started, right here in the processing room. You saw the pig come out of the cooler. You saw us pull the fresh side. You saw us cure it. You saw us smoke it. Now you get to see it in these beautiful packages, all prepped and ready for the retail right here, White Feather Meats. Looks beautiful. Obviously, commercially, you put in different practices. Now, this may look pretty refined, but of course, there's people that do this on a much, much, much larger scale. We're just kind of on the low end of the medium scale. It's about 200 pounds there. So, great way for us to market one of the best things that comes off of a pig. And Scott and I stepped out of our roles just a little bit. I don't typically do the slicing. He doesn't typically do the packaging, but we wanted to make the videos. That's why you saw us getting involved in that portion of the process. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video to anybody that absolutely loves bacon, because I know we do. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. See you.